ever notice how you come across somebody once in a while you shouldn't have messed with? That's me.
I am not an African American.
You're Oreo cookie. White in the inside and black on the outside.
I don't have an afro. I have an Amerifro.
Talking that idiotic stuff you talk about, I will slap you.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Black as the ace of spades, but 100% American.
Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. The Jesse Lee Peterson Radio Show.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show today. You can get involved by calling 888-77-53-773. 888-77-JESSE. Andre, you said the other day you have fear.
I did.
You have fear.
I do.
And what does it feel like?
Painful. It's irritating, it's painful, and uncomfortable.
When does it come up on you?
Randomly.
Really? That's a true answer. Just whenever, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, whenever, really. I don't know.
At the time, do you recognize that it's fear?
At the time, do I reckon?
When it's there?
Yeah, I can identify it.
That is fear, huh?
Yeah, I can identify it. Sometimes not. Sometimes yes. Sometimes it's just an awkward, irritating feeling. Sometimes I can pinpoint what's the cause of it. It's really, it's based on the circumstances. Really, it's different all the time.
I understand that. Wow. I need to say this first. My friend Herman Bradley, you know Herman Bradley.
I do.
His wife is in the hospital, and so pray for his wife. She's in the hospital right now. I've been told. I'm interested to say, Herman, we're praying for your wife and you.
Absolutely, yep.
And I hope everything turned out well for her. Sorry about that. The one thing I want to say about fear is that you're not supposed to have it. It is abnormal to have it. And I know that every human being has it at some point. Some have managed to overcome, but it's not a normal thing. According to the scriptures, God said, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, authority, and a sound mind. He's giving you a spirit of power, authority, and a sound mind, not a spirit of fear. Isn't that something? Did you know that was in the Bible?
No, I didn't. I've heard perfect love cast out fear. I've heard that before.
Right.
But not the one you just mentioned.
Yeah. And so even perfect love casts out fear. So it's something that we should not have because God said it. God didn't give us that.
I agree with that, yeah.
I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and authority, and a sound mind. That's some deep stuff. And secondly, fear is a spirit that's made a home in you. And fear is the child of anger. It's like fear is like you have anger, Andre, and then you get pregnant and you have a child, and that child name is fear.
A vivid description.
Isn't that a good example?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Fear is the child of anger. It's the family of anger, and it is a spirit. And then anger is the child of resentment, judgment. It's like, Andre, you're mad at someone or yourself, and you judge yourself. Then you get pregnant and you have a baby called anger. And judgment is the child of Satan. Because anyone who is resentful or judgmental, your father is Satan, because that is Satan's nature. So it's like Satan is your daddy, he get pregnant and have you. And so it's all a spirit that's made a home inside of you. It did not come from God. Anger did not come from God, judgment. And that's why God said, as you judge, even judging yourself, a whole lot of people judge themselves, you shall be judged. And the results of your judgment is a separation from the true God. And Satan is your daddy. And you will have fear, you will have doubt, you will have worry, because those are the children of judgment, resentment. And the way to overcome it, you can't control it. You must overcome it. You must be born again, right? You have to be born away from that spirit of pride so that God can become your father. And then you will have the power, authority, and a sound mind. You got to see that you have this. When that fear comes up inside of you, relax in it. Do nothing about it. Surrender. Accept what is. And again, don't name it. Don't have a conversation with it. Just relax in it. And then when you relax in it, you're admitting that it's there, that it's there, and that you are a prideful person. Because if you were not a prideful person, you wouldn't have that baby called fear. You wouldn't have that inside of your physical body. And what God wants, all the things that God requires of us is to admit that we are a sinner who need to be saved. Admit that we're wrong. And by surrendering to it, just relaxing in that pride, you are admitting that you're wrong. And when you do that, God will do the rest. He really will. You will go down in the pit of hell within yourself, your pride, and you would die. Your ego would die, and you would come out with no fear. It would be gone, because the daddy of fear, which is pride, would die. And once that dies, everything that comes with it dies. So the only way you're going to overcome fear, because it's not from God. God said, I am not giving you a spirit of fear, but of power and authority and a sound mind. So for all those out there who have fear, when it comes up, don't run away from it. Do not deny it. Just relax in it. Relax. Surrender. And God will make you free. It's a spirit. You can't get taken away from yourself. You just have to acknowledge. You have to observe it by relaxing in it. That's how you overcome it. Back in a moment.
Do it with a heart wide open. Say what you need to say. 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 So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
I received an email. Is all judgment same as hatred? Yes. All judgment is hatred. And hatred and judgment separates you from God to be your own God. It is the nature of Satan. He is your father. All judgment is hatred. There's a way to discern things given to you by God in the moment. And that's what you want. When you let go of judgment, you start to discern. He reveals right and wrong to you. Then you can judge it, for the lack of better words, without judging it. And you can take action. All judgment is hatred. All judgment is hatred. What you resist persists. What you embrace dissolves. Find happiness. What you resist persists. If what you resist persists, then learn to say yes to every experience. What you resist persists. That's from Carl Jung. Isn't that something? And what that means is what I said, to embrace, to surrender to the fear, meaning that just relax and observe it, become aware of it, and that's all you do. You're accepting what is, which would cause you to repent, which will allow God to take over and remove that spirit from you, from your pride, will cause you to overcome your ego. But you gotta surrender. You must surrender. When you feel it, don't blame someone else for it. Just relax in it. Relax in it. You got to flow with the river. Not against it, but with it. I'm telling you, give it a try, folks. And all judgment, all of it, is hatred. There's no love in it, no God. And I'm telling you, once you surrender and you go down in the depths of hell within you, you'll come out alive. You must be born again. And your whole world will begin to change. God will remove the fear because he's killing the ego. He will remove the fear. And then you have no fear. And you're still not going to feel brave. There's no feeling to bravery. It's just that you won't have the fear. But you must die ego-wise in order to live it. Dr. Singh is coming up now. I hope that helped you. Let me hear from you about that. You can email me, Facebook me, or whatever. Dr. Singh is coming up in the next hour. 888-77-53773. Back in a moment.